Good morning friends. Yesterday நம்ம morphology of flowering plants பார்த்தோம். ஸோ அதில் ஒரு சில காரியங்கள் ரூட் ஓகே ரூட்டுடைய மாடிஃபிகேஷன்ஸ் ஓகே அதனுடைய ஸ்டோரேஜ் அதனுடைய சப்போர்ட் மெக்கானிக்கல் சப்போர்ட் ஓகே ஓகே மெக்கானிக்கல் சப்போர்ட் இதை வச்சு நம்ம பார்த்தோம். அதே மாதிரி ஸ்டெம் வந்து மூணாக பெரியது ஓகே அண்டர் கிரவுண்ட் ஸ்டெம் ஓகே அண்டர் கிரவுண்ட் ஸ்டெம் ஏரியல் சப் ஏரியல் ஸ்டெம் மாடிஃபிகேஷன் அண்ட் ஆல் வி ஹவ் சீன் இட் ஓகே. அடுத்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா லீஃப் ஓகே லீஃப் டைப்ஸ் ஓகே leaf features okay leaf arrangement and we have seen it okay. Then we move to this inflorescence types okay and all we have seen it. Then this male reproductive organ androecium, gynoeciums okay androecium and gynoeciums. Then fruits okay fruits and the family. So this things we discussed few things yesterday okay. Now we move to this questions. இந்த பாட்டில் வரக்கூடிய கேள்விகள் என்னென்னு பார்க்கலாம். What are the questions frequently asked in previous NEET okay. இதுக்கு முன்னாடி கேட்ட நீட்டில் என்னென்ன கேள்வியெல்லாம் கேட்டிருக்காங்க அப்படின்னு சொல்லி நம்ம பார்க்க போகிறோம். முதல் கேள்வி, the first question is plants which produce characteristic of okay pneumatophore okay the plant which okay produce the characteristics of a pneumatophore and showing vivipary belongs to okay option A halophytes, option B okay psammophyte, option C okay hydrophyte okay and D it's mesophytes right okay. So the plants which is produced okay the plant which produce the characteristics of pneumatophore and showing they have a vivipary germination okay okay plant with showing okay pneumatophore and this vivipary it belongs to in which part they asked. So instead of name of the plant they given the whole name okay the general common name they given it halophytes, psammophytes and hydrophytes and mesophytes. Halophytes it is live in okay live in salty and saline water okay. Psammophytes it is live in the sand soil okay sand soil okay and hydrophytes live in water. Mesophytes live in water and land okay. So halophytes example Rhizopora and Avicennia okay Rhizopora Avicennia. Psammophytes it is like this okay. Hydrophytes you know that okay Pistia, Eichhornia okay. So mesophytes all the land plants neem okay, apple, guava. It goes on like that. Okay. Now so they ask that the plant which is produced the characters are pneumotophore. Pneumotophore, another name we call as breathing roots or else respiratory roots. Okay, respiratory roots. So what they will do, they absorb, okay, they breathe, they absorb oxygen. So they absorb oxygen. That's the reason we call as breathing roots or respiratory roots. Okay. So it is very common in Rhizophora avicennia, where it is present in the coastal region. Coastal region which is present. And this main thing is, okay, they are breathing roots. Okay, this answer is means they have a vivipary germination as A. Okay, so they have a vivipary germinations and also they are breathing roots. Okay, and one more thing is here. Okay, they absorb oxygens. They are pneumotophore. Here they are, okay, positively phototrophic. This plants, instead of root, okay, this is a root, breathing roots. Okay, the breathing roots, instead of goes to earth, they are coming upside the earth. Okay, it's light, okay, towards it. That's the reason it is positively phototrophic, negatively geotrophic. Okay, this is, so answer is halophytes which is live in salty water, they can able to produce pneumotophore and this vivipary germination which is present, right? Answer is A. Second question is, okay, so first question it is we are talking about, okay, sweet potato. Sweet potato belongs to, okay, yes, Homolocus 2. Sweet potato is Homolocus 2. Okay, this is 2017 NEET questions. Okay, so sweet potato is Homolocus 2. Okay, the option is one is, okay, potato. The option is B, Colocasia. Option C, ginger. Option D, turnip. Okay, so sweet potato normally, okay, you know that. Okay, this what is sweet potato? It is the advantageous root modification. Advantageous, okay, root modification. Advantageous root modification. Sweet potato. Okay, so other than this part of this, okay, other than this radical regions, they develop root. Okay, this is called a sweet potato. The sweet potato, the root, how it's like, they are fleshy, okay, and they are fleshy and more tissue, okay, more tissue and watery also. Okay, content which is present in the sweet potato. So like similar things, okay, the potato, it is very common for, okay, potato we have the root system. This which kind of root it is belongs to? The potato does form a root. Okay, this potato belongs to which kinds of root? We know that. Okay, it is a tuberous root. Okay, it is mainly this root. It is help us to storage the food material. Okay, so we have seen. Okay, potato is belongs to tuber. So it means it is, okay, and this Colocasia belongs to culm. Ginger belongs to rhizome. Okay, so turnip belongs to advantageous root. Okay, so main answer is, so along with the sweet potato, the turnip, its answer, it's for this advantageous root. It is also fleshy and watery. It's able to produce advantageous root. It is asked in the 2017 NEET. The next questions. So advantageous root, it is other than the root, okay, particle radical region, that develop roots, which is called as, okay, advantageous root. Okay. Third questions. Roots, okay, of which plant, roots of which plant contain oxidizing agent? Okay. A option carrot, okay, and B soya bean, option C mustard, option D radish. Okay. So here mainly the root, okay, modification they given it. Okay. So among this, which plant able to oxidize things? So carrot is belongs to, it's a conical, okay, conical form shape. It's a conical form of shape. Okay. So the soya bean, it belongs to nodulator root. Nodulator root. Okay. Nodulator root, it is main function of this nodulator root, fix atmospheric nitrogen in the soil. Fix atmospheric nitrogen into the soil. Okay. This is example. When example, it is groundnut, pea, okay, and bean, all the things. Okay, especially the Fabaceae member. Okay, so Fabaceae member. Okay, mustard, it is, okay, it is another things. Okay, radish, it is another napiform material. Okay, so when you come to this, okay, soya bean, okay, what it is, okay, so they are nodulator root, fix atmospheric nitrogen. When you want to fix atmospheric nitrogen, they need a legmoglobin, okay, legmohemoglobin. Okay, so the legmohemoglobin, it is a agent which is oxidized into, okay, it converted into the form of NO2 or N2 content. So soya bean, it is a answer for this oxidizing agent which is present in this one. This is a nodulator root, nodulator, fixing atmospheric nitrogen in the soil. So the root, don't forget it. Okay, advantageous root, it is mainly especially stilt root or prop root. Okay, prop root we call as pillar root, banyan root, okay, it is present in the banyan. So big banyan which is present in this West Bengal. So now we move to this, okay, fourth questions. Which of the following, okay, is not stem modification? Okay, which of the following it's not stem modification? Option A, picture of Nepenthes, okay, B, thorn of citrus, okay, C, tendril of cucumber, okay, and finally Opuntia in phyllo flattened structure of Opuntia. Okay, so they ask that then you ought to mind it. Okay, which one of the following is stem modification? Okay, not they asked. Okay, so the word is they given is rot. whenever the word is not, wrong, except, okay, okay, whenever the option is coming not, wrong, except, or without, okay, without, this kinds of word that is coming, we have to very conscious. So among this, they are not in right answer, they are asking wrong one, they are asking. So you have to write it, means the 3 answer is, which is given in this one, right. Okay? Here 3 answers which is given is right. So what are the 3 answers right? Okay. So first picture of this Nepenthes. Okay, picture of this Nepenthes. It's a leaf modification. Leaf modified into. Okay, leaf modified into picture. Okay. So why it is a insectivorous plants. Okay. So it's insectivorous plants. Okay. So the leaf modified into picture. Okay. It's an insectivorous plant. Okay. Next, thorn. Okay. This thorn, it is one of those leaf with stem modification. Okay. Stem modified into thorn. Okay. Small thorns. Yes, right. And this tendril for climbing purpose. Okay. When you want to climbing. Okay. For things, especially cucumber or cucurbitaceae. Okay, cucurbitaceae. Okay, the cucurbitaceae family. Okay, cucurbitaceae family, they have a tendrils, most of the tendril. Okay, like it's rich gourd, bottle gourd. Okay. So like it is, okay, pumpkin, they have a tendrils, okay, they're very common tendril. And flat-ended structure of Opuntia. Opuntia does the leaf, the stem modified into leaf, they are very flattened structure, that is also true. So means, which is a wrong option is the picture of the Nepenthes, because this is a leaf modification. So leaf modification of the plant is the right answer for this one. Okay, next. So one more things, picture plants, you know that, okay. Picture plant is, one is Nepenthes, another one is Utricularia. Utricularia, it is a picture insectivorous plants. Utricularia, it's an insectivorous plant, it's like picture, like Nepenthes. Next, what is eyes of potato? A, axillary buds. B, accessory buds. C, advantageous buds. D, apical buds. Okay, so eyes of the potato. Okay, eyes of potato, this belongs to which category? Either axillary buds or so. Potato mainly they are belongs to tuber. Okay, potato belongs to tuber. Okay, eyes where it is start, it is from the node regions. The node region, it is the top. So why it is the eyes? Eyes is mainly help for vegetative reproduction. Okay, so vegetative reproduction. So they belong to which category? It's belong to axillary buds, not accessory buds, not advantageous buds or apical buds. So it is present axillary buds. Okay, axillary buds of this one. Okay, so arise from the axil. It is mainly, it has this node. Okay, arise from the axil region. Okay, they arise from the axil region, that is called as axillary buds, right? Next questions. Okay, this is 2016 NEET, they asked that. Okay, stem modified into flat green organs performing the function of leaves is known as so stem modified into flat green organ performing the function of leaves is known as, first option is gladode, B phyllodes, C phyllocladode, D scales. Stem modified into flat and green organ performing function of leaves. So why it is this the stem? Stem modified into leaf. This kinds of reproduction it is very common in Opuntia. Opuntia, this very common this kinds of modification, stem modified into leaf. So this it's why it is modified for the for the photosynthesis. So why it is modified? To avoid transpiration. Why it is modified? So to do the photosynthesis, they want to do photosynthesis, and second thing is they don't want to do the transpiration, loss of water. So next the Opuntia, another thing is leaf stem modified, stem modified into leaf, and the leaf how it is look like? They have flat and the green in color. So why the stem it is that things we called as phylloclade. So what do you mean cladode? So cladode it's the petule, or one part, either one part of the things it is converted into leaf, it is called as cladode. So what is the difference between this cladode? This is very common in Australian acacia. Cladode very common in Australian acacia. So this is, so answer is stem modified into flat and green and performing this function of leaves is known as phyllocladode. It is very common in Opuntia. Why? This need of do photosynthesis to avoid transpirations. And another thing is the Opuntia has the xerophytic adaptation. Xerophytic adaptation. Why? So they already I said it to avoid transpiration, and more they have a sunken stomata, reduced leaf and thorns, and all present in this plant. This is xerophytic adaptation which is present in the Opuntia. So cladode it's a very example for this Australian acacia. So phylloclade main example for Opuntia. Stem modified into leaf. They are flat and green in color. Next questions. Hold simple leaves with reticulate venation is present in Calotropis B. Neem, C. China rose, D Altonia. Okay. So leaf, it is cold, simple with this reticular venation. Venation, we have two types of venation. Okay, venation. Okay, the vein. Okay, arrangement of vein and veinlets in the leaf. Okay, venation we call as. One is parallel venation. Okay, another one is reticulate venation. Parallel venation, another one is reticulate venation. That parallel venations, okay, they are not asking. The reticulate venations, the whole and simple leaves which is present in what? Okay, so here it is Calotrophis, neem, China rose. It's a parallel venation. Okay, parallel venations. Okay, so only venation it occur in reticulate venation, which is occur in Altonia. Okay, mainly occur in this kinds of reductants. And likewise, okay, Nerium also the venation occur. Nerium, they have 3 leaves. Okay, combined together, that is arranged one. Okay, so this leaf, it is suppose venation, it's parallelly vein, it goes like that. So it is the leaf like this thing. Okay. Next, okay, the venation. Okay, two kinds of venation. I said that reticulate venation, parallel venations. How they arranged, they might ask. Okay. Next, the standard. This is 2011. Okay, standard petal of Papilla nauseous. Papilla nauseous corolla. Corolla is at A. Cornea, B. Pappus, C. Vacillum, D. Tomato. Okay. So standard petals, it is papilionaceous. Okay. So papilionaceous, it is nothing but, okay, it is very common in Fabaceae or Leguminaceae. Okay, Fabaceae or this kinds of leaf petals. Okay, why these things? Okay, it is a butterfly-like structure. Okay, one after another. Okay, this like butterfly, like it is the largest one, this flower, then it is other two equal halves, it is surrounded by. Okay, it is a butterfly like structure. This is also which is called as, okay, this kinds of one we also refer into this keel. Okay, this kinds of butterfly one, it is we call as keel. Okay, this kinds of reproduction, this petals which is occur in heel, the name we call as keel. So it is very common in, okay, in it is, okay, the butterfly, this is called vacillum, or it is also called banner. Sometimes it is gives banner or vacillum, either one is right. Okay, standard petal of papilionaceous of corolla at in the vacillum or banner one. Oxyle placentation is multilocular ovary, B. placenta in axil unilocular ovary bilocular ovary, trilocular ovary. Okay, so axile placentation. Okay, so axile placentation means in this axil. Okay, this is which is present in the axil region. Okay, so it is developed from the axil region. The placentation will occur. So what did happen? Okay, so in this placentation, placenta appear or attached, okay, appear or attached to the axil. Okay, so either the placenta appear or attached to the axil. So this kind of axil placentation very common in lemon and tomato plant. Okay, lemon and tomato plants. So in this things, okay, whichever this ovary which is present, they are more than 2. Okay, more than 2 ovary which is present, and they will produce things which is called as multilocular ovary. It's a right answer, not unilocular or bilocular or trilocular, which is multilocular ovary which is present in the axil placentation. It's very common in lemon and tomato. So what did happen? The axil placenta it is attached to the axil region. They will produce multilocular ovary. Inflorescence is racemose in A. Soya bean, B. brinjal, C. tulip, D. aloe. Okay, inflorescence, it is the flower and floral part which is attached in the flower. Okay, so inflorescence, they have two types are inflorescence, racemose and cymose inflorescence we have studied. So among this they are asking inflorescence in racemose. Okay, they are asked it. So racemose it is, okay, so this kinds of it is soya bean, it belongs to Fabaceae. Okay, brinjal it belongs to Solanaceae. Okay, tulip it belongs to Liliaceae. Okay, so aloe also it belongs to Liliaceae. Okay, so among this, which kinds of inflorescence, either racemose or racemose, they are asking it. So racemose, okay, mainly, okay, very common in, okay, in the soya bean and this Fabaceae, it is bean things. Okay, and auxiliary, okay, here brinjal, it is, they have a auxiliary racemose, Solanaceae member. Okay, so auxiliary racemose. Tulip, okay, tulip they have a cymose. Okay, so my answer is soya bean. Okay, the C, A is answer. Soya bean, it is a Fabaceae member, they have a inflorescent racemose one. This is the answer. Next, coconut fruit. Yes. A. Berry. B. Nut. C. Capsule. D. Drop. Okay. Berry, it's a chocolate. Berry, it's a fleshy. Okay. Fleshy material. Okay. The material we can develop into epicarp, mesocarp, and endocarp. Okay. They are divided into three regions. Okay. Fairy fruits normally divide into epicarp, mesocarp, and endocarp. So it is not one. Okay. Nut is a dry fruits. This is also it is linked. Okay. Capsule, it is dry deciduous fruits. Okay. The drop, it is the dry fruits, dry one. Okay. This is a dry one. Okay. So very common in coconut. Okay. Dry fruit. Okay. So and also they have a 3 layer. It is called coat material. So normally in the drop fruits we are using endosperm as a edible part. Okay. Normally we use endosperm as a edible part, or a coconut or a tender coconut with the part which is we use endosperm. Okay. That part we are normally using our part. Okay. So answer is drop. Okay. Answer is this coconut fruit is drop. Which of the following is parthenocarpic without parthenocarpic fruit? A. Apple. B. Jackfruit. C. Banana. D. Brinjal. Okay. So parthenocarpic means, okay, what do you mean parthenocarpic? Parthenocarpic means it is without fertilization of ovule. It's form of fruits which is called as parthenocarp without fertilization of ovule. Okay, which is called as parthenocarpic fruits. So this kinds of fruits. Okay, apple, it is called as thalamus. Okay, regions. Okay. Jackfruit also psoriasis, and banana, it is in the parthenocarpic fruits. Okay, without fertilization they will develop in this one. Okay, answer is banana. Next, the alluren layer in maize, gram, especially rich in A. axine, B. protein, C. starch, D. lipids. Okay. So auxin, it is mainly, okay, auxin, it is mainly helpful for stimulate, okay, or stimulate the wok. Protein, okay, and the starch, it is normally used cereals. Okay, cereals and content will be there. Lipid, mainly the oil material it is stored. So means hyaluron layer, okay, it is a, suppose this is mice. Layer. So in that one, so this layer, it is covered by this protein material, okay, which is present in the mice plants. Okay, so this material which is used for hyaluron layer. Okay. Next. Is the floral formula of A. Sesbania, B. Pedunia, C. Brassica, D. Early. Okay, so the family, okay, it is belongs to this Sesbania grandis. Okay, Sesbania grandis is belong to Cruciferae. Okay, Pedunia belongs to Solanaceae. Okay, mustard. Sorry, Sesbania grandis, it's a Fabaceae. Okay, sorry. So Pedunia is belong to Solanaceae. Brassica, it belongs to Cruciferae. Allium, it belongs to Liliaceae. Okay, among this they are given. Okay, so if it is this is it is given, this it is okay bisexual. Okay, it is actinomorphic. Okay, this is a bisexual. Okay, it is corolla, calyx, corolla, androecium, this is gynoecium. Okay, this is the formula. Okay, so they are it is bracteate. Okay, this bisexual. Okay, actinomorphic, and is bisexual, calyx 5. Okay, corolla 5, and androecium, calyx and corolla attached to one another, and 2 gynoecium. So among these kinds of floral formula, very common in Solanaceae member. Okay, so they are attached to one another. Next, the gynoecium. Gynoecium consists of free pistils of flower okay, first A, olive, B, tomato, C, papaver, D, Mitchellea. Okay, we know that. Okay, what does mostly so this gynoecium, it is a female reproductive part. Okay, Gynecium, it is a female reproductive part. So here it is mostly gynecium, it is a syncarpus fused. Okay, syncarpus and fused one another. Okay, very rare case. Okay, olive also same, tomato also same, pepper also same. But very rare case they are in free gynecium. So it is mostly occurring Michelia compound. They are syncarpus freely attached in one another. Okay, so this kinds of gynecium which is present in Michelia. Flower are zygomorphic. Gene. Option A, mustard. B, gul magar. C, tomato. D, datura. Okay, so zygomorphic flower, okay, they have divided into two categories. One is actinomorphic, another one is zygomorphic. So when the flower we cut it into two equal halves, okay, this is called as actinomorphic. Okay? So when this flower, okay, cut in vertical position, two equal halves, okay, which is mean this is flower we call as zygomorphic. Okay, when the flower cut in vertical position two equal halves, which is called as innet, which is zygomorphic. This kinds of zygomorphic flower very common in pea plant, patani plant la irukku, gulmar, okay, gulmar la irukku, okay. And this is very common in bean plant. So option is gulmar. So zygomorphic flower present in gulmar plants, not in a potato or datura or mustard. So it is present in gulmar or bee or bean plant. Unilocular ovary with single ovule placentation okay, this it's called as marginal, B basal, okay, C precentral, D axial. Okay, so placentation, different kinds of marginal placentation, basal placentation, free central placentation, and the axial placentation. Okay, so placentation mainly concentration of arrangement of, what is placentation means? Arrangement of ovule in the ovary. Okay, arrangement, what does mean placentation? Arrangement of ovule in the ovary. This is called as placentation. Here asked that is they are unilocular ovary with single ovule it is which is present, and which kinds of placentation they are asking. Okay, means placenta, okay, at the base, okay, placenta base, okay, they have a face of the ovary. So placenta base of the ovary. So this kinds of things it is occur in polygonum. Polygonum it is present. Okay, so polygonum so means unilocular ovary with a single ovule presentation, and placenta also base of the ovary, it is also called as basal placentation. Okay, this is base, it is a bottom line, okay, the basal region. So this is called as basal placentations. So placentation means arrangement of ovule in the ovarial regions. Hypanthoddium. Hypanthoddium is thalamus A, B, fruit, C, inflorescence, D, ovary. So hypanthoddium it's a thalamus or fruits or inflorescence or ovary. Okay. So hypothalamus very common. Okay. Hypanthoddium, what is thalamus very common in apple plant. Okay. Hypanthoddium, it is very common in ficus fruits. Ficus fruits. Why hypanthoddium means it's a fleshy, okay, flask shaped, okay, flask shaped, okay, involucre we call as hypanthoddium. So which is called as flask, okay, fleshy flask shaped one. So very common in ficus plant. To hypanthoddium, it is a inflorescence. The inflorescence very special types. Okay, we have three I said it. One is verticillaster, cyathium and hypanthoddium. These are the very special type of inflorescence. These kinds of inflorescence occur in ficus plants. It is fleshy and flask shaped. It is a inflorescent types. Next, ripellum. Is present ovary. Ripellum is present ovary. Okay. A, lemon. B, mustard. C, sunflower. D, pea plant. Okay. So what do you mean ripellum? Ripellum, it is, okay, it's a type of flower types. Okay, ripellum, it's a flower type, okay, which is present in the flower. Ripellum. Okay, so the ripellum which calls as a false septum. Okay, a false septum which is we called as ripellum. Okay, false septum we called as ripellum. So false septum we called as ripellum. Okay, they have it. Okay, bilocular in conditions. Bilocular condition. It is kinds of ripellum very common. False like one, it is pseudo like one, which is very common in mustard plants. Here it is the ovaries in the axil regions, lemon, tomato, and this. Okay, so here it is cymose, and then this here it is this, here also this heel. It is here P, which is very common in heel. Okay, this is placentations. Okay, inflorescence, it's like a butterfly like character. So very common in mustard plants. Final one. Choose the correct one. A, cucurbitaceae. Orange. B, Malvaceae. Cotton. C, Brassicaceae. wheat, D, legumine, C, sunflower. Okay, so actually choose the correct one they asked it. Okay, so means 3 wrong things. Okay, so cucurbitaceae. So cucurbitaceae it's not belongs to orange, it belongs to cucumber. Okay, cucumber, pumpkin, rich gourd. Okay, it is belongs to cucurbitaceae. Okay, this is very common tendon. So Malvaceae, Malvaceae belongs to cotton family. Okay, Gossypium hirsutum. Okay, so cotton is called a Gossypium species, hirsutum or some other species. So Brassicaceae or cruciferae. Okay, the name which is Brassicaceae or cruciferae, not wheat. Wheat belongs to Boaceae. So cruciferaceae family is mustard. They given its result. So leguminaceae, we come to this pea plants, patani plants. Okay, so means the right answer is Malvaceae belongs to cotton family. Okay, thank you friends. We'll meet tomorrow next class. Be with us and register as soon as possible. We will learn more questions likewise. So we'll ask offline and online also. We'll discuss together. Thank you.